goodness. How thick and humongous this specimen of a human is, and all he's doing is just pure horse cockery. Look at that. Look at that freaking easy curl bar. I've never seen an easy curl bar. That is pretty damn cool. That looks like a thick diameter with the freaking, holy buckets, sharp as a freaking steak knife. You know what I'm saying? Like most easy curl bars are like so, you know what I mean? Like, but normal straight bars like this and easy curl bars kind of like so, right? This sucker right here, I mean, this thing's like freaking almost damn near neutral grip. I'm gonna have to check out one of those, maybe get one of those, tell you guys how it feels, because listen, when you want to horse cock massive loads in a curl position, you're begging for a bicep tear. But if you can freaking ever so slightly, you know what I'm saying? Frick yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know? You're just greatly eliminating that freaking unnecessary risk. Just horse cocking massive loads. How much weight is this? Freaking more trend, more men. God! Oh, frick! But that's not even like the real song. That's too freaking slow of a tempo. Still not gonna get around the copyright of the goddamn algorithm. Look at this freaking guy. This guy's a freaking specimen and a half, though. My God. Honestly, he could be a freaking bodybuilder, you know? And I respect that he's not, because he just wants to horse massive loads. But this is funny, because as I was going through my feed, I saw a different video. We'll play this one all the way through, because, I mean, granted, it's 5 minutes and 37 seconds, and we're 40 seconds deep, and I'm 6 minutes deep into my video, so it might take a while to get through this one. I don't think so, though. Let's just admire these freaking horse cockery. But yeah, I mean, like, he's got to be around 300 pounds, right? And we got to really pay more attention to this video. Biggest fight on the hill. I'm just singing the tunes for you. And the early day. Look at those freaking just voluptuous arms. Just horse cocking. Where's the freaking weight, brother? No slow eccentrics, just blasting that shit up. Doesn't have the Beats by Dre headphones on, just looks like a shitty Amazon Prime, Walmart brand. That's what I use too, you know? Because listen, you gotta think that when you're horsing serious loads, I don't need $10,000 headphones. As long as they get freaking loud and they're shooting it straight into my ear holes, that's all I care about. Because I'm fully expecting to, when I horse away, that they're gonna fly and get smashed, right? I used to buy like $10 headphones because I had the full expectation that the dumbbells would smash the headphones every sesh, and that's okay, right? It's okay if you budget for that. But these freaking designer, $20,000 Beats by Dre, if that's even still a thing anymore, I have no idea even. I just feel like why would you do that? Unless, leave it in the comments. I don't know, is the quality like that good? Where freaking euphoria, goosebumps, arm hair up the wazoo from the electricity of the treble and the bass, perfect synergistic blend? I don't know. I've never used it before, so I wouldn't know. But he's just stacked. He's freaking jacked. He's horsing serious loads. Kitty! This kind of sucks without the music, I'm not going to lie. It's awesome, but let's see some serious horse cockery. Why is it all bench pressing? They're not even saying what the weights are, so this is already kind of it looks like a shit ton, though, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plates. Holy buckets. That's strong as shit. Okay. All right, what do we got here? This is some random guy hitting the lightest freaking curl. Is this someone when he was young? Oh, he's just getting warmed up. Okay. This is boring ass footage, though. Let's see the real shit. All right, this is boring. Why is it all bench pressing, bro? This is already an epic flop. This is an epic flop of a video. I don't know who made this, but freaking shame on you, brother. I was expecting to see the freaking, horse cocking, Marcus Rule of Rammstein. Come on, brother. You're not going to do this to me, huh? This is it. This is a terrible video. Absolutely horrible video. Horrible video. Okay. Let's go back, though. I'll show you guys what I wanted to show here. Frick yeah. Frick yeah. Where's it going to be? Okay. This is an awful video. I'm sorry. It's really failed every freaking thing I was going for here. But this was recommended to me. I said, I have to watch this. This is IFBB Pro versus Science Lifter. Who's stronger? Already just an absolutely stupid freaking concept of a video. But let's watch it.
This is a 330-pound professional.
All right, so the main reason that I was interested in the freaking Andrey Smaev video was because that guy's like a 330-pound freak, right? And here's a 330-pound IFBB Pro, which I don't think anyone considers. I think the bodybuilders that are actually strong are the freaking outliers and not the norm. You know what I'm saying? And this is funny that it's like, so this is a Science Lifter versus, in my honest opinion, I feel like bodybuilders train like science lifters. Like the two are the freaking same. There's no difference for the most part. They're all looking for optimal leverages for pumps and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like what I just showed you, unfortunately, it was a flop of a video because it was literally just the guy bench pressing. A couple sick double bi shots. So those were sick. Those were sick, right? Those were good shots. So I like that. That's what drew me into it. I turned it on. It was like I saw 10 seconds of the video. I was like, oh, frick, we got to play this for the boys. And it was after I saw this. And I was like, well, frick, I got to make a video. Because this is so freaking misleading here. And you obviously know the intention. Let's watch the video, shall we?
Bodybuilder, and I'm a science-based lifter. Let's see who's stronger. Full stack it?
Yeah, full stack it. Let's go.
All right, let's.
Easy.
Just doing one rep on the freaking jabroni machines.
Do you see this? 310 pounds.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
You gotta do the true full stack. 210 pounds. I've never full stacked this.
There you go.
You think I'm...
He's never full stacked it. That's the first time he's did it, which shame on you, Jeff. If you can do it, then freaking do it more often. You know what I'm saying? It looks like you had a couple in you that you could have done. To me, that tells me that you train like a daffodil. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's no disrespect. Clearly, he's showing how freaking strong he is. And this is an advertisement for the science-based lifters. Like, hey, science-based lifting isn't just easy. It'll get you strong, too. Look at me. As strong as a 330-pound IFBB Pro, right? But my whole point was, that's why I had to show you guys a 300-pound horse cocker. Do you know what I'm saying? Bench pressing damn near 700 pounds, not doing any of this jabroni, you know, freaking life fitness machines, which this is the dumbest shit. You should have compared free weights, okay? A machine, some machines are like you can full stack them with one arm. You know what I'm saying?
We're bro Jeff now.
Anyways, you get the gist of it. It's basically saying, I'm as strong as a 330-pound IFBB. So let me see. I don't have many videos here using the Life Fitness, you know, Kids R Us machines. But I do have one, if I'm not mistaken. Let's find Rick De La Stick. There he is right there. Wow. Oh, freaking hell. You're going to make me skip my own ad? I'm going to have to skip it just for you guys. This is ad revenue that I am skipping, and I'm not accepting this ad revenue for you, okay? Watch. This is how much I care about the viewer. Well, we can skip it in 4 seconds. All right. So we got the Taco Bell money. Do we take the Old Spice money? Should I take the Old Spice money? Let's just take it. I'm sorry, guys. It's like 1 cent. I'm going to take the Old Spice revenue. It's in my pocket. All right. So, okay. Thank you for being my friend. What are we doing, by the way? Oh, yeah. Ah, frick. I didn't mean to do that. Where are we at here? Shorts. I think I have a short. Thank you for being my friend. Look at all. These are all the machines, by the way. Everything's maxed out with extra tension. Where the frick is it? Oh, right here. Here, this is a Life Fitness machine. See what you notice here. Life Fitness plus 3 45-pound plates for pretty effortless reps. So that whole concept of, you know, here's a science-based lifter maxing out the Kids R Us machines, you know, on par with that of the freaking 330-pound bodybuilder. It's like, come on, guys. And I'm only saying this, I wouldn't normally do that, but when you're going to compare like that, you clearly have an agenda, and all the comments like, holy buckets, Jeff is strong as freaking molasses. And for his size, he's strong. Yeah, obviously. No one's going to doubt it. We're not giving him any shame, okay? The point is, but honestly, we can't even go off of how strong he is off those machines, because the machines it's bullshit. They're bullshit, you know what I'm saying? They're good for a pump. They're not good for demonstrating strength. Let's go back to the horse cocker now, because we have science-based lifter versus IFBB monster. But what if we put horse cocker in the mix? Let's see if we can get a real freaking video here. Oh, here we go. Holy buckets! 171 kilo absolute world record. Holy buckets! What was that? Wait, what did it say is, frick. Sorry, guys. Frick. So this is 110 pounds. And he weighs about 300 pounds. Frick! It was spot on with his weight. I said 300 pounds. Look at that. So he's repping 100. Okay. This is horse cocking weights, just so you realize. You just freaking move the weight, okay? And it's not like ego lifting, moving the weight where it's like the El Campeon hammer curls, you know what I'm saying? It's not that. It's like you're freaking, you know what I'm saying? You can use as much ego as you want in weighted freaking chin-ups, okay? Weighted pull-ups. Like, even if you kip your freaking to your heart's delight and you have this many freaking... These are probably 55s, I'm guessing. All right, so 220 pounds strapped to your freaking pelvis. I don't like this music, right? It's going to be flagged, isn't it? Look at the whole freaking tower is bending. 275 pounds. 275 pounds added weight? I mean, guys, it's just like, I know what everyone's going to say. Oh my God, he's enhanced. Fellas, everyone in this freaking video, you think the 330-pound bodybuilder? This is just from horse cocking, you know what I'm saying? It's going to get you a lot farther. And I'll tell you, and I say it all the time, like, if you get freaking strong as an ox, you're going to get, like, horse-like size. And this guy very well could be a bodybuilder, right? He just wants to be jacked and stacked, minus the succulent and dense. You know, he's freaking, you know, dense and humongous. He just doesn't care to be freaking stripped and ripped like a daisy. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be a freaking true man. You know, lumberjack. 330 pound. 330 pounds. People can say all they want. Oh, you gotta get the chin. You gotta get the freaking full retraction of the shoulder blades. You gotta strap 330 pounds around your pelvis and tell me that you're gonna freaking even budge that sucker a millimeter. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Larry Wheels versus Andrey Smaev. I don't know, that's a short, so we can watch that. This might be the last one we watch, though.
Between the strongest power
This
lifters.
is the strongest. Guys, people, they're AI. Just show us your real voice. Have some cojones and use your real voice. You're going to be such a coward. You're going to have AI talk for you. Unbelievable.
Press. Larry's best lift is 400 pounds for 10, whereas Andrey's...
That's freaking nuts, by the way. 400 for 10? I mean, well, you didn't touch his chest. Like, you guys, you're freaking thinking in pencil neck terminology. Like, it's a shit ton of weight for a shit ton of reps. My goodness. Horse cock and a half.
PR is 350 for 23 reps, taking in consideration that...
Smith machine, yeah. I wish you didn't do it on a Smith machine. You can't really count the two, you know what I'm saying?
Andrey is using the Smith machine and shorter range of motion, so this is a draw. Time for leg press competition.
I hate this music with this AI voice. The only thing I've ever seen that in with the boom, ding, ding, boom, ding, boom, boom, ding, is when it's like El Campeon is attempting to hit 1,000 reps without breathing. You guys, it's a real video, by the way. It cuts to him like, Mustafa, oh God, we've seen him, Jesus Christ, the Lord. You know what I mean? Like, brother, respect the freaking desire, the burning desire within him to horse huge freaking loads, but you're not there yet, man. You're not there yet.
Larry's personal best.
Holy buckets. 2,200 pounds in the leg press. Holy buckets. What is this shit, man? Show some real stuff, dude. What the frick is this? This is a freaking flop of a video if I've ever seen one. All right, chin up. This is
110 pounds for 5 reps, while Andrey...
Really? I mean, that's very good. Don't get me wrong, but I would imagine Larry could do more than that. That can't be right. That's got to be old. Look at this old hairstyle he has. There's no way that this is up to date.
managed to pull 330 for 5 reps.
Freaking hell. See, this is a real lift. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this steel. Like, literally, this thing is like, you know, horse thick girth, true steel. And look at that sucker bend under the load. My God.
Andrey smashes Larry at this one. And the final battle is the bench press. Larry's best attempt is 670.
All right, these are real lifts. This is a good comparison. That horse shit, 8 people sitting on the leg press. That's shades of Jeff Nippard versus 330-pound IFBB monster. It's like, what are we even comparing here? You guys are seeing if you can do 1 rep. It was a freaking dumb, flawed video in the first place. And that's no shade. I'm not throwing shade. I'm really not. All right? I'm just trying to open a forum of discussion. If I can lift it like this, and then, you know, another guy can lift it, are we of equal strength? That's the dumbest thing ever. Like, show the force versus the force. Not like, oh, I can lift it once and you lifted it once. For all you know, the freaking... I mean, it's a dumbass argument. I don't even know if I need to explain it. If a guy, for all you know, the freaking guy could have done 20 reps on the machine. Jeff could have done 80 reps. You know, and I'm just saying that so I don't look like a hater. You know what I'm saying? My point is, it's a stupid freaking argument. This is a real freaking comparison here. And this ain't no bullshit, you know, white lights and all that. Like, oh, his head lifted his heels off, IPF Federation. This is just like horsecock weight. Who can horsecock more weight? And that's what I like about those pull-ups. You know, the guy did 330 for 5 or whatever. Larry did like 110 for 5. Which I would love to, I might have to freaking message him and be like, brother, you got to test your freaking chin-ups right now. You just got humiliated and mogged and decimated and embarrassed on Sticky Ricky's freaking, you know, horse shit, awful video.
5 pounds, whereas Andrey lifted 660 for 3 reps. Andrey is a clear winner for this duel.
Buckets! 660 for 3. What a freaking horsecocker. That is insane. That is freaking insane.
Takes the overall win. This is a strength comparison, but...
That's a pretty cool video. I like that. All right, I don't think there's much more to update. How strong? Here we go. All right, this will be the last one.
So many choices on Booking.com.
Kind of a bust about a video. I'm sorry, guys. I had a clear agenda. I really did have a clear agenda with this. And I want to make videos that actually, you know, shed light on the truth. That's like, I saw a lot of things. I saw a video that were recommended. I just see the stuff that's recommended to me because it's like, hey, if this stuff's recommended to me, that means that YouTube is highly in favor of these videos on the algorithm, which means that you guys probably all get recommended them as well. Because I don't freaking subscribe to any of these channels. Like, for instance, Jesse James West had a video that was recommended to me about body dysmorphia. And I watched a little bit of it, and I was like, I guess I can talk about this. And I don't want to seem like a freaking, you know, tough guy, because I'm not trying to be. It's just the truth. Like, fellas, the whole body dysmorphia thing, like, people are like, oh, yeah, I suffer from body dysmorphia. It's like, you say it's suffer, but life is about freaking perception, right? Your perception changes your freaking reality. You can say you suffer from it, and that, in my mind, like, if that's how you view it, that's a weakness in your mind, because you could also look at it as hunger to be better. Now, there's levels to it, though. If you're a freaking newbie, first time in the gym, pencil neck, you don't look at an IFBB pro and be like, oh, I want to look like that. I'll never look like that. Yeah, you never will, because you're not at that level. But if you look at the people in your life that are surrounding you, like in your same age or your same experience, you have something to strive for there, to be the best in that level. That's like level 1, right? If you're on like a team or something like that, you strive to be the best, the strongest horsecock, absolute, thick girth, muscled buffoon out of your team, right? Or ways to look at it in that regard. Like Larry's like, oh, I never suffered from body dysmorphia. Well, that's because his circle, he never suffered it before he got into bodybuilding, because he never cared about it, right? But then he entered this bodybuilding, and now he had a new circle, and he had things to compare himself at. So like the amateur level, he was good. He wasn't the best, which is why he didn't get his pro card. But that's hunger to get better. So it's like either you use it or you just let it make you feel sorry and pity yourself. You know what I'm saying? If he used it as fire, certainly he could probably become pro. I would have to imagine it would take a lot of work, but anything worth having takes a lot of work. Nothing great, nothing valuable just comes easy. Like any true accomplishment takes a lot of work. And the only thing I can truly relate to is just my own stuff, my own accomplishments. And when I was in high school, I wanted to be the best. I wanted to be a state champion. And it wasn't happening my first few years. So going into my senior year, I refused to do any partying. I didn't stay out late. I didn't eat shit food. I always did extra working out. I stayed after. I did double practices. I did, my whole summer going into senior year, I did just wrestling camps. I did it sucked. It took a lot of suffering. It took a lot of commitment to it. And I could look back and I lost out on a lot of, valuable time in my youth. But because I did that, I was successful and I accomplished that and I was a state champion. And then when I was in college, I once again had this typical jabroni mindset that I wanted to have a good time and I wanted to party and I was going to do what I had to do, but not go above and beyond. I wouldn't stay after. I didn't do extra practice. I didn't do extra stuff, extra conditioning. I didn't do all the extra stuff that I did in high school until it was going into my last year of college, my redshirt senior year. And by then it was too little, too late. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't accomplish my goals. And why? Because I didn't sacrifice, right? Would it have sucked to set? Would it have been hard? Yes, but I would have been more successful if I would have. Do I look at other people and say, oh, I'm so sad because they're better than me? It's yeah, they're better than me, but you could say whatever, genetics, natural ability, or maybe they just worked harder than me and I didn't deserve it, right? But that's not to say I should I should feel sorry for myself. I was the reason I didn't succeed. It was because of me and my lack of commitment early on. So it's the same thing with bodybuilding. It's there's levels, so you can't be a jabroni noob, right, with lifting and expect to be at the level of freaking, gassed to the gills bodybuilders. That's the dumbest shit ever, right? You have to look at your bubble that you're in and just strive to be the best at your bubble, right? So yeah, it's just everything takes commitment and long term, and you can either let it defeat you and pity yourself and feel sorry that you're not there and you're not, your genetics aren't as good, yada yada, whatever. Come up with these excuses, or you can use it to make you hungry to get better. And overnight, it's not going to happen. But if you are hungry and you constantly have a chip on your shoulder or whatever, over time, you are going to keep getting better, right? And then the people that are naturally have the ability or whatever, you will surpass them because it came easy to them, right? They didn't learn how to grind or use the fire in their freaking belly, the chip on their shoulder, right? So the whole freaking body dysmorphia video is honestly a sob fest, right? And we all have it because we all want to get better, right? And it's we just hyper focus on our flaws. It's we want to be the best we can be. And you see something that can take improvement. So yeah, you're focused on it and you want it to improve. Is it a bad thing to hyper focus on your weaknesses, right? I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm just saying there's two freaking sides to it and there's two perceptions to it, right? As opposed to this being coined as some serious epidemic. You think that there wasn't, and it's it all comes down it's social media, it's killing us. You think there was, what the frick? Before there was social media, there was magazines, right? There was TV, there was magazines, there was a different standard, but it's always been there. So people are just, I don't know, whiners and complainers for the most part, in my mind. I think, again, it's like I said though, is anyone to blame? No one's to blame. It's just never having the freaking light switch flipped of like, hey, you don't have to look at it that way. You can look at it as a good thing. You can look at a situation as either being a gift or a curse, right? Right now it's a pity party and like, oh, or you can look at it as like, oh, frick, yeah, this is, I am motivated. I am hyper vigilant to freaking progress and get better, right? Anyways.
Hi
guys.
Reverse. Just over 2 years ago.
My goodness. I can't. All right, should we play the freaking audio?
That comparison were a draw, with Larry winning the 3 powerlifts and Andrey
Got the ASMR voice. Hi guys. All right, 230. All right, so this is looking pretty similar. Let's just get to the good stuff here. This video is way too long. I don't feel like shoulders. All right, I like this. Oh, the freaking Smith machine one. This is horse shit. We can't compare that. I wonder what the guy's gonna say. Oh, whatever. What is this? Seated press. I think we already watched that one, right? Buckets. This is a freaking. What are we even looking at right now? This is a dumbass video. Not dumb. No disrespect to the channel. Let's just get to the true freaking tests here, shall we? 675 versus 664. This is pretty good. This is a good test. Oi, what the frick, bro? Larry was stronger. I thought this guy did 660 for 3. I thought he did 660 for 3. Now I'm a little baffled. I'm a little bamboozled and baffled, I'm not going to lie. This is being an epic flop of a video. I don't really care. We already saw this. Let's see these hammer curls. This will be pretty good. Thank you for being, Fran. Look at that freaking waist. That's saran wrap? Oh my God. 140s for 1. Wait, 140s for 1? Oh, 2. I see. Holy buckets. I got to make something like this. This is brilliant. That is brilliant. I never wanted to use duct tape at the gym because they get gooey and gloppy and, be the town asshole, the dumbbells all gooey and gloppy. But saran wrap, why? Is that saran wrap? Or is that freaking masking tape or something? I mean, that's a hell of a dumbbell crafted right there. Look how long that sucker is. So this is a 198-pound hammer curl. We'll see how that goes. Frickin'. God, it's tough to say, though, because it's like, this is really hard to compare. This is not a good comparison. Alright. I don't even know what this is shit. This is a flop of a video. No disrespect to this video. It's just not going the way I thought it would. Anyways, a couple of horse cockers there. Are they bodybuilders? No. They're simply just power horse cockers. You know what I'm saying? And they both have jacked, stacked, freak physiques. Right? And that's all I wanted to make. All I want to make the point is, if you get freaky freaking strong, you'll get big and freaking voluptuous on top of it. You know what I'm saying? This whole science-based, lifting and body. In my mind, science-based lifting and bodybuilding, they're the same. They're freaking 2 peas in a pod, right? I feel like powerlifting is just a freaking a section of horse cocking. Right, but powerlifting is just limited to the freaking squat, bench, and deadlift. But what about the gorilla glute press? You know what I'm saying? What about the freaking banded, chaos, oscillating overhead press with dangling weights strapped to it? What about freaking Zercher squats? What about a deficit behind the back Reeves deadlifts? All this kind of stuff. I feel like we as a society need to step away from jabroni pencil neck training versus powerlifting, right? Because powerlifting, it's too too small in its own little bubble, right? Powerlifting, we need to start going back to listen, powerlifting, it's good because it gets people to focus on getting horse cock strong with, single repetitions with big compound movements, but why is it limited to the squat, the bench, and the deadlift, right? I think it's pretty badass when it's like 1 rep maxing weighted pull-ups, 1 rep maxing just absolute horse cockery weighted dips. And like I said, like let's freaking 1 rep max like cambered bar decline bench, right? Let's freaking 1 rep max. What would be other good stuff to deal with? Like a freaking like the ox lift. Is that what it's called? Or it's the freaking, the safety squat bar on the back where you're deadlifting, barbell in hand, safety squat bar on the back. There's like fun challenges like this that take tremendous strength, but tremendous strength that will also develop insane freaking muscularity. You know what I mean? Like just downright disgusting horse-cocked freaking bent over rows and that kind of stuff. I feel like if it's not powerlifting, it's viewed as just ego lifting. Like, why would you 1 rep max? I think I've been asked this before, and I can't remember what movement it was for. But it's like, why would you 1 rep max? What was I doing? Because I've 1 rep max everything. And it's like, why wouldn't I 1 rep max it? Damn, what the frick would it be? The frick would it, like a good morning, for instance. Just shit like that. It's like, yeah, just get all around strong, learn how to brace, learn how to use your body, learn how to create max tension, and just freaking get as strong as you can at like every movement, Like it doesn't just have to be like a competition powerlifting thing. And I think that's just what makes lifting fun in general, right? Like 1 rep maxing reverse lunges, like just that kind of stuff. Like let's just have a freaking horse cockery, like instead of powerlifting, Olympic weightlifting, all encompassing the umbrella is just horse cockery, And I feel like if people really commit to that, they'll be like, damn, stick, like I really did get freaking huge and strong on top of it. Another video I saw was from Jeff Nippard as well, going around all giddy with a study he had. And he's like, you think machines or free weights built more muscle? And this is no shade, no disrespect. I'm really not. I think he's killing it. You know what I'm saying? Killing it. And the most influential influencer, but the freaking agenda that he's pushing is bananas, right? And I think that just comes from lack of experience on most people's parts, right? So people said, the answer to that, some people said machines, some people said free weights, and it was like a trick question. It was that machines built muscle just as efficiently as free weights did. And nobody's knocking using machines. But the point is, like, people are going to see that and be like, well, I'm going to stick to machines that it builds muscle just as effectively. But it's like, you guys, then you're freaking getting as strong at a machine. Don't you want to get strong, you're not going to build the same freaking functional horsepower if all you do is machines, right? And that's why I kind of like doing the opposite direction of what everyone does, I'm just the anti-culture in a sense. Like, while everyone's putting freaking straps on for lateral raises and stuff, I'm putting thick girth on to make it even harder for my lateral raises and stuff. While everyone's going to machines so it's more stable, I'm strapping freaking bands dangling from my overhead presses. You know what I mean? I'm using freaking tsunami bars, bamboo bars, all that. I want to make that shit as stable as possible. Because then when I go back to the actual stable, like the machines, it's like, oh my God, this is freaking child's play. Have you ever put a thick, girthy, fat handle on a dumbbell before and like curled it or rolled that sucker and then taken the fat handle up? It feels like a toothpick. It feels like a toothbrush. Like the amount of power that you possess once you untap that potential, it'll blow your mind. Make shit as difficult as possible. Do the most awkward, difficult shit, and then when you go to that comfy, cushy machines and all that, it's like, oh my God, does this feel just like so easy, right? And my point is, I guess, is like, what is the point of this video? I don't even know what the point of this video is. The point is I just wanted to throw a third one in the equation. You know what I mean? It's like science-based lifter versus bodybuilder monster. It's like, I would look at both those people and say, well, I wouldn't even expect them to be strong. Yeah, strong is totally relative. But if you're going to compare this 330-pound bodybuilding monster to this science-based lifter, you better throw this freaking Andrey Smaev in the equation for the real competition. Jeff Nippard versus Andrey Smaev. I don't know how you pronounce it. No disrespect. I just honestly don't know. I've seen him floating around a lot, like throughout the years. Just never heard him talk before. I've only just seen random clips where he's just horse cocking the biggest weights you'll ever see in your life. And then you see like his arms are like freaking, 24-inch behemoths. You're like, oh my God, dude, what does he do? And it's like, well, he just horse cocks serious steel. And you're like, that makes sense. To me, that makes sense. You see how fucking strong he is? It makes sense he's that big. When you see people that big and they're not that strong, you're like, oh, okay, that's literally all show, no go. That's literally popcorn muscle. He is 300 pounds of freaking, what's like the densest food you've ever felt in your life? You know what I'm saying? Like 330 pounds of just, steel cut oats or something. You know what I'm saying? Where you have, versus IFBB Pro, 330 pounds of popcorn. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and what's the difference between the two? I don't know. One guy's using massive cojones to horse the biggest weights you've ever seen in your life versus another guy who's just super comfortable using the Nautilus Extreme Shoulder Press. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? I don't want to freaking keep talking because it's a horse shit video. It's 40 minutes long. But, frick. Feel me?